Hey guys, so our next target to set up and run first Selenium project. To do this, we need to install Java and set a Java home path in system variables. Then we need to install Eclipse, which is the code editor where you can write your code, and we'll create a new Selenium Maven based project. We'll explain very high level what is Maven, why you are using, though we'll have a separate section in our upcoming lecture when we're going to cover details about the Maven when we'll build a end-to-end framework. Then we need to understand some of the very key point like WebDriver interface and some related implementing classes like Chrome driver, Firefox driver. We'll understand those things. Those are the very basic things. You have to understand that. And then finally, we'll run our Selenium sample project with a browser. So these four steps we're going to cover in our next few lecture. So first, we're going to see how to install Java. It's very simple. Go to google.com and type download JDK, hit enter, and you will see it will take to Oracle because Oracle owns Java. So click on that link and it will land on their Oracle side. And here is a JDK 17. I'm going to install JDK 17 because it's very stable and it fits completely fine with all the Selenium project. It's as long as your Java version is stable, you can use the stable version. So 17 or 21 should be fine. Okay, so click on JDK 17 and then you can choose your operating systems based on Linux, Macs, or Windows. So here is the Windows. We'll have a separate video how to install JDK, install Java on Mac OS, and also set up the environment variable. So here we're going to cover in this lecture about the Windows. So Windows over here, you can see, here is the option. It's 64 MSI installer. Click on that link. This link, you click on there and it's downloading, you can see. And after download is done, double click that file and then, open that one. It will open, and for me, you will see it shows I have already this version, already this software. That's why it's asking me, do you want to reinstall it? I don't want to reinstall. All you have to just, you will follow the wizard. It's very simple. It takes just few seconds and finish the installation. Okay. And after you install it, you can double check, you can check, or you can ensure that the Java has been installed on your machine or not. To do this, there's a few different ways. You can open your file explorer and then go to your C drive, and then you can go to your program files and you should have a Java folder. Go there and you can see there is a JDK 17 or 21 if you install 21. So assume that you are going to install 17. So 17, it should be there. You can, if you have any other Java version, like some older version Java or existing Java version on your machine, it will show over here too. Okay. In that case, ensure that you have the latest one you have downloaded. Okay. So if you have a JDK 17, and also one tips, okay, before even you start to install Java, you can verify whether you have a Java on your machine or not. Exactly to follow the same, come to your program files and you can see is there in a Java folder as well as inside the JDK folder. That's one way. As well as you can check through a CMD, type over here CMD, and there is a command prompt will open, and then type over here Java space dash version and then hit enter. It will tell you exactly what Java version you have on your machine right now. So check first, whether you have or not. So if it's an older version, say 1.8, which is 8 versions, or 11, I would say remove that so that you don't get confusion. There is no confusion raised. Okay. And then install a fresh Java version. And then verify that you have that installation has been done successfully. Okay, and now we're going to set up a Java environment variable. So we need this your root directory path. So keep this folder open up until JDK 17, or double click up there, go inside the JDK folder. Okay, keep open this window open. So minimize it and then type over here advanced, and then go to the advanced system settings, which is part of your control panel, and then it will open a window, the pop-up, it's a system property, you can see. We'll open this and go to environment variable underneath advanced, and here is the two option. You can say user variable and system variable. Use the system variable, and here click on new, and new window will open. So there is a two fields over here. One is variable name, the system variable name, and another one is called variable value. So for the name, put it over here, Java underscore home, and for the value, let's get the root directory path of your JDK folder 17. Okay, so that's why I said don't close it. So to get the root directory path, click on up here. So this is then Control C and then paste it over here. So this is the root directory path of your Java JDK 17. Okay, and then click on OK. You will see I have already Java underscore home is exactly the same. Okay, we need one more thing. So go back to your JDK folder, and you will see there is bin folder. So go there and you will find lots of other files, lots of executable file over here that required to run your Java code. So we need to pass this path to. So copy this path and then come back to your system variable. You will see there is a variable, existing variable is called path. Okay, do not the other one. Don't use the path ext. So use this one, double click and then click on new and just paste it over here. You will see I have already. Okay, then click on OK, click on OK, click on OK. So you are done. You are already set your system variable. So that part is done. Java underscore home path is done. And why we need? Because right, when if you have install any program which is support Java, which is required Java to execute, or when you're going to write our code, based on Java for Selenium, and when you execute, we need to execute those code behind the scene through the Java, which is nothing is a Java JVM, a Java runtime environment, or Java virtual machine. Okay, and now where is a Java on your machine? If you have a Java global variable, like if you set like this, and we already underneath this system variable, we pass that exactly root directory path of this for our JDK. So it will find this global variable path from your system, when you execute in your code, on when you run in your program which is based on Java, and it will automatically follow the value of this variable, which is nothing, it's JDK root directory path, right? So which is our Java, and it will easily navigate and find that, and it will execute your code based on that specific Java version. So that's why it's very important. It's good to have your global variable for Java home. Or if you have assumed that you have a multiple in your in system, you have a multiple Java version, right? So JDK 17, maybe JDK 11. So in that time, when you're going to run your code, you want to ensure that your code gets executed through Java 17. How is going to execute? Because you have a 2 Java install on your machine. So if you set up your environment variable with a specific Java version or JDK version, it will only follow that root directory path or that is specific version of your Java. So that's why it's good to have or set up a Java environment variable on your system, so that you ensure that your program or code gets executed through that specific Java version. Okay, that's all for today. So we'll see in our next class how to install and set up Java environment variable in a Mac machine.